MrYorkieLoverFitness.com.
Today we're back on my 10-part series on the Karate Kid movie, and the reason we're doing this is because Cobra Kai just came out this week, and it's a 10-episode sequel to the original movie that takes place 34 years after the movie is made, and I highly recommend the sequel. Like I said in my last video, I can't recommend it enough. So what I was going to do is I want to visit all 10 of the most popular spots in the original movie. So today I went to go visit this place, as you see from the movie here, the original Cobra Kai Dojo. Now, this place is located in North Hollywood, and so I went there. I drove there. It's not too far from me. And one thing about North Hollywood, this is now called the NoHo Arts District. And you go back about 20 years ago, and this place was a dump. But since then, they changed it from North Hollywood to NoHo, and this is literally the center of the NoHo Arts District. And they have a bunch of theaters, so you can see small-time plays. You have a couple of upper-class bars. You have some nice eateries. They really made this a nice-looking place compared to what it was 20 years ago. So I found the address on the internet for the original dojo, and I went there, and I'll put the address in the description down below. So this is the first. I've drove by this many times in my life, never knowing what this place was. So it tripped me out when I finally saw it. And there it is, 5223 Lankershim Boulevard, North Hollywood. There is the original spot they used for the shooting location for the Cobra Kai Dojo in the original Karate Kid movie. So now I walk around the whole thing just so you get an idea what the whole place looks like. And right now it's for lease, and they've had gyms in here. They've had karate studios here, but for some reason it just can't seem to find a permanent home for some business. So you saw how it looked from the movie to what it looks now. So I'm just checking out. It looks a little run down. And it's probably one of the more run down places in the NoHo Arts District. So I went up close, pardon the glare, but I went up close so you could see inside. At one time, this was a yoga studio. Like I said, it's been a couple different gyms, and it's been at least one time I know of a actual karate studio. So it's amazing how when you see it now, empty like this, it looks, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it just reminds me of some of the other areas I visited that are kind of run down compared to how they were in 1983. But the rest of this area, not all of North Hollywood, but the NoHo Arts District is cleaned up pretty nice, just like they've been cleaning up Hollywood. So if you haven't been to Hollywood in a while, you go check it out. Hollywood is a lot nicer, the main parts of Hollywood, especially where they have the Oscars at. So here's the door that Daniel LaRusso walks up to, and he looks in. So as you see right here, I'm basically him looking in there with my camera. But these are the actual doors that I'm facing right now that he walks up to look in there. And when he looks in there, we're seeing nothing right now. But when he looked in there, that's what he saw. Now you can see how obviously it's a little different back then from when they filmed this movie, but it goes perfect to what we see now. And it's really not that big of a space. I guess. So here's one thing that's really interesting. So like I said, Karate Kid was filmed in 1983, but a year before, in 1982, there was this movie, They Call Me Bruce, that was filmed, and they actually filmed in this place and used it as a karate studio in their movie 1 year before the Karate Kid did. So maybe that's why when location scouts are looking for places, maybe they got word of this and they said, oh, well, they just filmed something there. Let's use that. So maybe that's the reason why. So here's a scene from this. It's like this cheesy movie about this that this South Korean comes to America and people mistake him for Bruce Lee. And so he's trying to I've never seen this movie, but it looked kind of funny. I'm going to show you a scene right now. But he's actually trying to learn a martial art because he keeps getting compared to Bruce Lee.
When you cheer, you must bring all energy from your body into one focused.
So you see the similarities, how it's the same place.
Now, you try it.
And this guy does look like a little bit older Bruce Lee. Even though Bruce Lee was Chinese.
You? No. Memories.
You see the doors right there?
You are hopeless. I must learn to be
Yeah, the same doors. Like I said, it's the exact same place.
But I'm paying you to teach me.
And now that I look at the color of the walls are the same too, so maybe they didn't really change too much for the Karate Kid. And when they shot this scene, so here's something interesting. So when they shot that scene, obviously they shot it up close like I just did, and they were across the street shooting. But I didn't want to do that because it was pretty busy traffic right now. Cars would be getting in the way. So this is actually from the Cobra Kai series where they recreated this. And like I said before, the Cobra Kai series, the majority, like 90% of the movie is filmed in Atlanta, Georgia. So they recreated this Cobra Kai Studios to make it somewhat look like the original, but as you can see, it's not original at all because you see this telephone here that wasn't there, and just the whole setup. I mean, it looks similar, but it's not the original. But this is the recreation they did when Johnny here is having a flashback when he first came across the studio. So that's what they did. They did it like in the Cobra Kai series, and that's what it was like used in the actual Karate Kid movie. And this is the new Cobra Kai Studios that Johnny opens up in the Cobra Kai series. And like I said, this is all filmed in Atlanta, Georgia. So Cobra Kai, a 10-episode thing. From what I've been looking across the internet, there's tons of videos on YouTube where Ralph Macchio and William Sapka are doing interviews about Cobra Kai. And it seems to be that it's going to be the success I thought it would be because it is a very good show, and like I said, I highly recommend it. So I won't be surprised if next year at this time we're watching season 2 of this. So I'm going to continue this. So I hit 2 spots. I got 8 more spots to go. I'm going to continue visiting the original Karate Kid filming locations and upload them here for you to see. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video.